For those of you who are just joining us, this is Clean AF Comedy, where we help you get your weekend started off right with some jokes, with some laughs. Lord knows we need plenty of that. Tell me, PT, did you have any happy moments over the last week or so?
Well, first of all, I would like to just recognize my lovely wife, Davida, and I just want to acknowledge how fortunate I am to have her in my life and how she's made me a better person. And Vita, what was the other thing you wanted me to say? I may have.
She's there.
I may have went a little too far with the joke. So I just want y'all to know I love my wife and I love my life. So my wife, last week we talked about how she made a wonderful birthday meal for me, and it didn't go quite as planned. So there was actually a part 2 of that meal that she had planned out, and it went off without a hitch. It was delicious. It was delicious. It was from the Yumpfish. It was good. It was good. We had brisket, and we had broccoli, and then we had potato salad. And I'm pleased to announce there was no raisins in the potato salad.
Okay,
I'm not looking at anyone in particular.
I don't salad. For the record, I have never put raisins in potato salad. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know, but I've never done. I don't eat it anyway. I don't eat anything.
Yeah, you don't eat it either. But no, she did. She put a foot in it, y'all. She did an excellent job. I mean, it was so good that the house was completely silent. It was completely silent for about 20 minutes. So y'all already know what that means. When all you hear is a fork hitting the plate. You know what I mean?
That's good eating right there, man. That's good eating.
What you got to say, Dwayne? I see you about to say something. I see you thinking.
No, I'm not. You're good. You're good. I just,
I mean, no, we did not have a casserole, Dwayne. There was no casserole involved.
I feel like I'm being singled out here. I feel.
Like, why do people bring casseroles? Like, nobody's asking for that. Like, nobody's asking you.
Casseroles is how that old woman at church got rid of all the food that she had left in her house. That's what it is. Put everything in one pot and make it hot and bring it to church.
Oh, now remember, you have to bind it together with cheese. That's what holds it together. That's the spirit that binds, right?
Now, Nick, when you say bind, yeah, that can mean a couple different things there. You know, you bind.
Because later you'll be going loose here in the name of Jesus.
You know, I've been watching the news lately, specifically watching traffic, and it's very entertaining because there's not a lot of traffic to report. So they're getting creative with the news. And I saw that they actually reported a family from Virginia, Dwayne. I don't know if you know this family. I don't know how big Virginia is, but they had a pickup truck.
We're not all related, PT.
They had a pickup truck in Virginia. I just want to know, just in case you knew that.
I do have a truck, and I do live in Virginia. That is true.
They went for a drive, because I guess they had nothing else to do and traffic is light. And the car in front of them swerved to miss a bag in the road. And they actually ran over the bag. And then they pulled off to the side of the road, and they got the bag and put it in the back of the truck. And as they went down a little further, they saw another bag. And they actually thought it was trash until they got home and they opened up the bag. And it was cold, hard cash in there. About $1 million in cash, right? They allegedly turned it in to the police. I say allegedly because if it were me, the police would have got about $250 from me. I'm like, man, I found $250 on the side of the road.
That wasn't 1 million. It was like 1.5. They found
it. They probably did the same thing, right?
Right.
So I can appreciate there being like shipping and handling charges, but really, think about it. Like if God only gets 10%, I mean, maybe your cut should just be like 5% or something, right?
I don't know. I mean, are you factoring in cost of living allowance? I mean, it's expensive.
It's DC, man.
I'm saying, like, now I wouldn't spend the money if I found it. I wouldn't do that. I would, until the heat is off, until no one's looking for it anymore. I would kind of bury it in the backyard like a pirate. Draw myself a map.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, nobody know but the Lord that I found that money.
PT.
right? Have a little talk with Jesus.
I'm just picturing you as a pirate. That's the funniest thing to me.
Well, I mean, I've thought about it before being a pirate. My name would be Chips Ahoy.
A few days ago, I was watching the SpaceX launch, and the first thing I thought that came across my mind was like, wow, that's a really legit way to get out of quarantine. That's what I was really thinking. But, I was like, and the other thing I got to thinking about, because Elon Musk, he's the guy who's done all this stuff, and he's looking for ways to help people travel, to fly places they've never been. I go to sleep that night, and when I wake up, on my dresser is this ticket. It's a round trip ticket to outer space. I can go to any planet I want, any planet. And, I got to thinking, well, which planet should I go to, right? So, like I wanted to go to Pluto, but if a place ain't a planet, can you really still go there? Like, because it doesn't exist, right?
It's like that's
No,
the
it
dog.
still exists.
Disney, right?
No, Dwayne.
Yeah.
The planet formerly known as Pluto.
Oh.
Is that how do we? It's a star, I think. It still exists.
Is it a star? Is it the moon? I mean,
Does it have like a symbol?
Are we being judgmental by trying to define what it is, and we should allow it to define itself? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think you should
Pluto.
put labels on it. Let it be.
If Pluto wants to
Let
be a
it be.
planet, let it be a planet.
Yeah. And so I thought, well, maybe I go to Venus.
Okay.
But I am married. I am not falling for that trap. That
I
sounds
like
like
the way he got choked up. I like the way he got choked up on that part. I'm married.
I want to make sure that the passion just came through there. Passion by meaning like force choking by somebody using the force is what.
Like she's gonna find a receipt. Who's Venus?
Better not be that receptionist at your office, Nick.
I tell you one that I finally did decide on. I decided on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
Mars have already come here and picked up people, so I figure if I go there, it's just like a student exchange thing where people are going back and forth. Crop circles come up because of them. So that's what I heard. So see now, Karen,
Oh, Karen's here.
There's always one.
we
There's
trying
always-
to run a clean show here, and you want to talk about and
We had
to be
we had a
honest,
bet. Who would be the
I'm not
person?
even
to
there.
win?
yeah.
We were not going to go there, but my money was on actually Marcus. He let me down.
I knew it would be Karen. I knew Karen would say it first.
Dwayne won.
Then I got to Orlando International, and then I had to get in the right line, right? Because you have the line for domestic travel, the line for international travel, and the line for intergalactic travel. And then so I went through the whole TSA line and everything else. I got to the checkout, and I was waiting for the drug sniffing dog to come check out my bag, but there was no dog. It was a lady sniffing bags. And I was like, how did a person take over a job of a dog? They were like, first of all, the dog is on strike. Like there's something with the kibbles and bits, and they weren't getting everything they're supposed to. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know even how to. And then the next thing that the guy said to me, he says, actually, the woman is way better at doing the job. Because think about it.
Watch it, Nick.
I'm just telling you what was told to me.
Don't be afraid. Come on.
I'm telling you what was told to me. And what was told to me was this. Only a woman would be able to smell fear, to smell lies, and smell another woman's cheap perfume anywhere else. And
That's true.
Back to
Can't
Venus.
argue with that.
Back to Venus again.
Can't argue with that.
if
I'm
you
not-
need
Man, I remember being in the military, and you work out at work and shower and everything. And I forgot my body wash. I used my coworkers, and I came home and she's like, "Hold on, that ain't Irish Spring. What is that?"
I know Vita too. She was like, that's cucumber melon by Dove. That's not what you usually do.
Cucumber melon.
Who were you showering with that used cucumber melon shampoo?
Hey,
That's wrong.
who's the most muscular dude though that uses the cucumber melon? He's like, I like the way it feels.
Like
on
I got
the skin."
nothing. I'm not worried.
I'm secure in my manhood. Okay.
I get through all that, and so now I'm actually getting on the rocket, and so now as I get on the rocket, I'm getting strapped in and everything. And so first, I got to tell you, so you have to wear a spacesuit, but you have to rent it, and the only thing you can wear underneath is just the underwear.
Hold on, you got to rent a spacesuit? That sounds like Spirit Airlines. I mean, what? Okay, it's a dream, though. Go ahead.
I get on all the stuff, and it fits just fine, but the helmet was a little off. Like, the helmet fit fine, but it wasn't made for an afro. So when the afro sheen got on, like it was like all, and I couldn't see anywhere. So that didn't work out so good. But other than that, so I got strapped in, and I'm still a little nervous because I got a really big fear. But I'm gonna put it out my mind. I'm not even going to imagine it's going to happen. So we get to go in, and they serve us the in-flight food. Fun fact: M&M's is the most popular fun food that they actually take with them out into outer space.
I believe it.
I was like,
awesome, dude.
I was like, cool. So I get my bag of M&M's and I open it up and it tore, and so now it's all over the place. So now I'm like Pac-Man trying to get these M&Ms. Now I finally land in Mars, and the worst is over. Like I'm like, okay, cool. I'm here, and my biggest fear did not come true. So I'm walking through. I go to pick up my luggage. These jokers lost my luggage. That was my biggest fear, and that's my biggest fear because I rented this suit, so I'm on Mars, and nothing but my drawers, and this could be problematic, right?
Be something different.
Yeah, and I'm like, where did you even lose my bag anyway? Like, did it get soaked up like by a black hole or wormhole or what? No, never mind.
Space pirates.
So I gotta go to the gift store, and now I gotta buy something, right? And then so what I wound up buying is I bought this shirt, got 3 holes in it for arms. It's made out of Martian dirt or whatever, and it says, I went all the way to America, and this is the only shirt I got. So if you want to believe a story, all right, if you just want a good story that goes nowhere, I'm there for it.
Nick is your man. He went somewhere. Went to Mars, Nick. He went to Mars, bro.
I'm just like, if you were dreaming like that, what did you eat before you went to sleep? Did you have some collards and some hog maws? Because that was a heck of a dream.
Bro, still no sports. Not yet. But I had to start looking at some other things, and so since there are no sports, I found this other thing, soccer. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's kind of taken off around the world. This may get big. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But it led me to one place in particular as I did some research for this report, and that's Belarus.
Belarus.
Yes. Belarus. It's
Belarus.
Belarus.
Okay.
It is a country, and I understand if you don't know where that's at, because there's some people that are confused about where Kansas City is. So I get it. But if there's
the state of Kansas, right? That's where that is.
Probably, maybe I don't know.
Or a state of confusion. So.
Belarus is actually Russian for White Russia, which seems a bit redundant if you ask me. But and again, if you don't know where it is, PT, it's Russia, Belarus, Poland, Germany. So it's like all in like one line.
Okay.
The Russians call it Belarus. The Germans have this weird word for it. It's called Wo wir tanken parken bevor wir gehen zu Moscow fahren, which, in German means staging area. Not sure how that works, Nick, but no, it's been crazy, man. They didn't shut down, and I think it's probably because of their president. He came out and said, like, we ain't shutting down. He actually said, this is no kidding, their president said, you know how the best way to keep away from coronavirus or keep coronavirus away is? Work. That's what he said, Nick. He said, go to work.
Wait a minute. Why does that sound like somebody's granddad is like, look, just walk it off. Put some tessin on it. It'll get better. Just keep going.
He said, get on a tractor and work and you'll be fine. That's what the man said. And the best part, he also said, not only do you need to cleanse yourself, he said, yeah, sure, wash your hands if you want to, but you need to do a shot of vodka every day to clean your insides out.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. That was back in April. Remember when that was the craziest thing we had heard to drink? This is nuts. It has exploded throughout the world. Like everybody wants to watch Belarusian soccer now. It's been crazy. It's nuts. But
it's insane. But how do you, not being from Belarus, how do you know what team to root for?
dude, that's a good question. There's actually a website, PT. I found it last week. There's these guys that used to be Belarusians who moved to England, which the British also have a word for that. They use mafia is what they call them.
Oh.
But they made a website. They made a website, PT, that helps you choose which team to support. And they ask you all kinds of weird questions. Like the first question was like, on a scale of 1 to 5, how do you feel about soccer? Like 1, you hate it; 5, you love it. So I chose right down the middle because I don't know how this thing's gonna play out. Then it started getting weird. It said, which person do you admire the most? And there were 4 pictures. The first picture was Donald Trump. The second was Greta Thunberg. And if you don't remember who Greta is, that's that little Swedish girl that will yell at you in public if you don't separate your trash right. Remember her? It's been a bit. It's been a bit. She will come over. She will row over on a boat and yell at you if you don't recycle. It happens. The third one was Taylor Swift. And the last one was Will Smith. So,
okay.
Yeah, interesting question to figure out your. Yes, Nikki.
Which Will Smith are we talking?
Oh, the old one, like Jazzy Jeff was coming out, like he was in neon and high tops. It was not. But dude, yeah, he was getting jiggy for Belarus. So I picked Will Smith because I'm like, if that's the only one that like nobody hates in the world, so I went with Will Smith.
Safe bet.
Yeah. Then they had some other questions. I don't know how they related to soccer. They were a little weird. It was like, what's your mother's maiden name? What street did you grow up on? Do you have a pet? What's their name? So, yes.
Wait, that sounds like they fishing to get your passwords, huh?
No, I answered them. It's fine. It'll probably be good.
Okay.
I'm sure it's good. No, it's good. And then the last question, finally, they said, which of these jerseys do you think is the best? So I picked blue and red because I'm patriotic, right?
Right.
So it came up. I am apparently now a diehard, can't root for anybody else fan of the football club of Minsk. So go Minsk. I was gonna bring you guys a jersey. I was gonna buy a jersey and wear it on this show to show my support, but my account got hacked, so I didn't have any money. Totally unrelated matter.
Can we speak to your wife?
Oh my God!
No, she's not here. In fact, you see, I took the curtain out, so she can't sneak up on me anymore.
Adult supervision, please.
I'm not afraid. I'm not.
I don't think you're allowed on the computer anymore.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll recover. Back to you, Nick.
Because we have this pandemic and we've been on lockdown, I thought summer was canceled. So I became friends with Debbie and Jimmy.
Debbie and Jimmy?
Yeah, Little Debbie and Jimmy Dean sausages.
I know both of them people.
I'm not summer ready at all. I went to go look at some bathing suits and just decided I'm going to swim in a turtleneck and some sweatpants with my mask on.
I mean, not even leggings. Can't you just?
No. See, leggings lie. Leggings lie to you. They make you feel all comfortable. They reassure you that everything is okay, but they lie because
leggings don't just lie to y'all.
Dwayne, watch it.
Is that your wife coming down the stairs?
I'm fine. I think she's.
He starts rubbing his eye. It's still hurting last week.
Like,
He's having flashbacks.
I was assaulted last week. That's not funny.
a little tiny hand.
2 tours in Iraq, I get PTSD from a comedy show. I don't know how this works out.
Yeah,
Nikki, bring us back.
so I'm not summer ready at all. Anytime you got to sit down on the steps because I ran out of air before you can finish the last part of the talk. I'm not summer ready at all. My sister and I and my friends have always like tried to find the latest fad or the latest diet or the latest anything to lose weight. And so the last time I did that, it involved a coffee enema. So what happens is,
Whoa! A coffee.
I'm sorry, what?
You ain't gonna just run that by us like you just say coffee enema.
I'm drinking coffee. Can we not do that right now?
so listen, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Listen. So what a coffee enema is just that. It's an enema from coffee. So my sister had told me about it. You get this.
That sounds just as bad. That sounds just as bad.
You get this little kit. It comes with a bucket and a tube, and you have to buy some organic coffee. You cook the coffee, let it cool, then you go up to your bathroom.
So you don't brew the coffee. You gotta cook it.
Brew it, cook it. You know what I mean, PT.
So hey, whoa. Let's not act like PT's the one bringing up a weird topic. Okay? let's just be real here. Hold on. Like, PT.
So you brew the coffee, you let it cool, then you take it upstairs to your bathroom, you get undressed, you put the coffee on the shower head, and it has a tube, and there's like this little clip. So when you're ready, you release the clip to let the coffee come through the tube and, do what you need to do. However, when I did it, I forgot one step. I forgot to let the coffee cool.
Oh,
So, coffee. I poured it in the bucket. I hung it, got it in the tub and did what I needed to do with the tube or whatever. And they say relax because you got to relax your muscles.
How you gonna relax?
Just like. So as I'm looking up at the bucket, I got a pillow, just to be comfortable. I remembered I did not let that coffee cool.
oh my God.
So I have boiling hot. I release the clip and I see it in slow motion coming down. And when I tell you I shot out of that tub and brown stuff went everywhere, the tube was out of control. I couldn't catch
part of waking up.
And so,
never mind. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna finish it.
That's rude. Karen. That's rude. That is not why my eye is.
Oh my goodness!
So the cleanup was not fun at all. Just not fun. I had to sit on the toilet for like 15, 45 minutes to get myself.
Years.
Yeah, I'm still little. When I hear a coffee pot, sometimes I drink. Have a flashback. Or if I'm smelling, like I can't even go into Starbucks at all. I don't like coffee ice cream. And here's the thing: I don't even think my sister did it. I don't think she did it at her house. I don't.
Is she watching this show? Is she on? Is she in the audience?
I don't know. She's a pastor, so she's probably out trying to save people's life.
Now, Nick, when she told you about doing this thing, was it around April 1st by any chance?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
May have been a prank. She's nudging her husband. Watch this. Watch this.
I'm 45, and that's not old, but I can see oldness coming, right?
Yeah,
and so I was wondering, just oldness. Like I'm old-ish, not quite there, but I'm on my way. Have you guys noticed anything about you guys getting older that's like, this is, whoa, I didn't know about this, or this is new, or darn, that doesn't work anymore?
Whoa, let's not talk like that.
Right.
I don't like the way you're talking right there.
Yeah.
Yes, Nick. The answer is yes to all of that. I think similar to Nikki, when you bend down to tie your shoe and you have to take a break before you tie the other one because you are out of breath, and almost passed out, either you are fluffy or you getting old. So I don't, or it's a combination of the two. I don't know what
He
it
said
is,
fluffy.
but you got to take a break between the two. That's a sign. When you start asking your kids to help you put your shoes on, that's
Been
gone
there.
too far.
Bro,
Stars when you try to
Start
put your
what?
jeans on.
start what?
You start seeing stars because you're trying to put your jeans.
Because you run out of breath.
Yeah. I'm like, "Bruh."
Here's the thing. I used to be
Is that
like,
anybody or is that just me?
dude, yes, but I used to be like, okay. Here's the deal. PT for me, not the comic, but like physical training.
Yeah, make it clear.
For me is like I take a walk now. That's when you know you're old. When you're like I could walk. Like Nick, I used to be an airborne ranger. I used to like run 5 miles, jump out of planes, and now I'm like, yeah, I'll go around the block once. That'll do it. That counts.
Man,
What?
Dwayne, remember when you talk about that? We used to be fit, and my kids are at that age where they think they manning up and whatever. I gotta show them. So we have like competitions and see who can do more push-ups, and I crush them. But afterwards, I'd be like,
Yeah, you're sore for like a week.
Right. I'm sore. I can't reach around. Just
Where do we
scratch my
keep the
back.
Bengay? Where do we keep that at?
Right.
Yeah, you won, Dad, but you smell like mint. Like what just happened?
Like, how about hair though? Like your hair turning gray. Like I think that's another thing I'm not quite ready for. With I'm trying to take it in strides, but gray hair is unruly.
Let's see the top of your head. Let me see. Do you have gray hair up there, PT? Put your head up there.
Oh man, that's a whole nother issue on the top of my head. I'm not gonna get my head now.
See, I just had a senior moment. I tried to turn my head and look, and I got dizzy.
I pulled a muscle vacuuming a week ago, so I don't want to hear it.
I got one. Have you ever walked into a room and forgot why you came in there?
All the time. You ever drive to go pick up your children and forget which child is where and you can't remember who? So you go back home because you don't pick up nobody?
They'll figure it out. They're Uber.
The tattoo, I thought it was sexy when I first got it. Now it just jiggles. I should have known.
Look, why are you talking about that? Look, these Zoom meetings is driving me crazy. This is really affecting my self-esteem to have to look at myself the whole time. Like I'm like looking at how my eye is kind of lazy. And
Why you say eye, PT? That's 2 times.
Man, I got one too.
Where's Forrest Whitaker when you need him?
All the time, trying to overcompensate.
That's why my glasses don't have no lenses. I don't even want to see what's better out there.
Oh my gosh. That's why, look, Dwayne says about the top of my head, my hairline looked like LeBron James before he got his fix. I'm like, look like the Liberty Bell up here. I can't, man. That's why
It's racing stripes.
They racing to the back of my head, Dwayne. That's what they racing to. I'm like, come on now.
I feel you on the gray hair though. Those things I got like if I grow this out, I look like a fat Wolverine. It's ridiculous. It's not good at all. It's bad.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are not ready to be any older than what we are. We're still kids at the end of it. We're kids trapped in the grown folks' body.
That's making it worse, Nick. Stop.
Not making us feel better.
96 was my year. Sorry, Nick. Back to you, Nick.
We thank you for coming out and laughing at us, laughing with us. I'm gonna say laughing with us, so then that way, because I know
all the above.
All the above. It's so glad to have you come here and start your weekend with us. Give you a little bit of laughter, and hopefully that continues on through your week, through the rest of your week, through the month, and through the end of the year. But don't worry if it doesn't. Just come back here every Friday at 6 p.m. and we'll have more jokes for you folks. No fuss, no cuss. Thanks again from Clean AF Comedy. Glad to have you here.